Welcome to Math 151 W01 for Spring 2013. My name is Delois McCormick and I'm your instructor for this course. We are beginning on the opening page of the course in Blackboard. In this recording I want to go through particularly the course outline and some of the different procedures and policies that I follow in the course. So on this opening page you'll see there is a welcome announcement. This tells you exactly what to do the first week. The first thing you want to do is print the course syllabus or outline, and it is found here on Blackboard under the course information button, and read it thoroughly. So you should print that before you listen to the remainder of this recording, and then we'll go over the syllabus together. So I'm opening the syllabus right now. Okay, so at the very top you'll see some general information about the semester, my name, my office telephone number, our course ID in my math lab. We will be using my math lab for homework and also for quizzes. You'll be using Blackboard is where most of the course materials are located, as well as my math lab, and this is the website address for my math lab for the homework and the quizzes. My office is located in the Workforce and Technology building at the Fredericksburg campus, and I'm in room 206. Class name, office hours, I will be here in my office on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday from 9:15 to 12:15, Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to noon. The class meets virtually, and it's asynchronous, which means you do the course when you have time, as opposed to everybody meeting at the same time. Okay, email policy required by the college. You must use Germana email for any communications you do via email. Faculty email addresses end with @germana.edu, as you can see with my email address up here. And student email addresses are end with .email.vccs. Get my highlighter ready. Okay, response time. Typically I respond to emails and phone calls within 24 to 48 hours. Email is my preferred means of contact because I am not in my office on Wednesdays and Fridays. So I do prefer email. I only check my phone when I am in my office. We have the course description. Minimal technical skills. You should be able to deal with email, that is access, send, open, and also put attachments on email. You should have a basic vocabulary for using the computer that will allow you to follow my directions for navigating the internet and Blackboard. And you should also be able to create and save basic Word documents. If your computer breaks down during the middle of the semester, you are expected to use the computers in the ACC to complete assignments. The supplies you'll need, our textbook is Mathematical Ideas by Miller, Heron, and Hornsby. It comes, some of them come with an access kit, so if you're buying the printed textbook, I would suggest when you're buying a new one to go ahead and get the one that comes with the access kit for my math lab. You're only required to have the access to my math lab. You're not required to have the printed book. That is because there is an ebook in my math lab. So you can technically read your textbook there on my math lab. You do need a computer with high-speed internet access, to which you have administrative rights, and the reason for that is there are a couple of plugins that you have to install. You need a scientific calculator. It can be an inexpensive one. You need loose leaf paper in a notebook. I would suggest a notebook that you put the paper in and out as opposed to a spiral notebook, although some students do use a spiral notebook, which I will not object to. You will need pencil, and when we do the geometry unit, you will need scissors and tape. So that's when we get to Chapter 9. I have listed here the general education outcomes and the required course objectives. And I'm just going to skip over those. I highlight those as we go through the course. Again, the course ID for my math lab, which you'll need when you go to register in my math lab, is McCormick 55465. I do expect you to spend about 10 to 12 hours on a week online watching my recorded lectures and sample problems, and also completing your homework. You'll have online homework and quizzes, as well as labs that you'll be completing. You should log into Blackboard and or my math lab at least 4 times a week. Also, you should be checking your email that often. Once you have completed the first few assignments, and I see a date I need to, okay, I think it's January 21. I'll correct that. January 21st, you have to have all of your assignments up to that point completed, or I will drop you from the course. After that point, I do expect you to withdraw from the course, so that's incorrect. So you may, hopefully I'll get that corrected here in a moment. I do expect you to read the assigned sections in the textbook. My lectures are located in Blackboard under course material, under the course materials button. I have lecture notes that you print, and then lectures that follow those notes, as well as some sample problems recorded in YouTube. You should use Ask the Instructor. It is a discussion board forum where you can ask questions about general policies and content of the course. Personal questions should be submitted via email. Email, again, is the preferred means of contact. And as I said, I respond to those within 24 to 48 hours, excluding weekends and holidays. You should be checking the announcements as well as your own email about 4 times a week to check for updates and changes. Online homework is required, and you must complete that in my math lab. As soon as you submit the problem, it will be checked by my math lab. You can repeat a problem as many times as you want, so it's easy to get 100 on the homework assignments. There are help buttons there that I will show you when we take a tour of my math lab. Labs are listed on the assignment sheet. There's a labs button in Blackboard where those are located, and you submit those under that labs button in Blackboard. The lowest lab score will be dropped, so I will not be accepting them late. Likewise with homework, I'm dropping the lowest 3. Okay, so here the key is will not be accepted late. No extensions, and will not be accepted late. Online quizzes. You must take your online quizzes. Those are available for you to take up to 3 times until the due date. Again, I do not give makeup quizzes, as the lowest 2 quiz grades will be dropped during the semester. The quizzes are located under the quizzes button in my math lab. So the 2 items that are in my math lab are the online homework and the online quizzes. So these two items here are in my math lab. Everything else is in Blackboard. You'll take 3 2-chapter exams. 2 of those will be proctored in one of the 2 testing centers of the college. The last one is one you do at home. You may use your notes in your homework, but not your book on the 2 that are proctored. The one that you take at home, you may use your book. You also may use a calculator. You will be required to present a photo ID when you go to the testing center to take the first 2 exams. If you are going to miss the final due date, usually I have those available for about a week. You should contact me within 24 hours of that final due date. You will be required to give me documentation such as a doctor's note. If you miss an exam and don't contact me and make it up within a week of the original due date, it will be recorded as a 0. And typically I do post exam grades within a week of the due date. The two in my math lab, 2 of the exams are in my math lab, will be graded immediately. The middle exam is a paper and pencil workout exam that I will grade, so it takes me about a week to grade those and post the grades. Online office hours by appointment. If you can't come see me during my posted office hours, you may contact me to see if we can meet outside those hours online. Discussion board is where you participate and you should follow the rules of etiquette. I have a few of them here, some of the ones I consider to be the most important. There also is a list later on in the course outline. So make sure you follow those when you do your self-introduction, and then also you'll have a credit card lab later on to do. Here are the important dates. I have those listed there. The attendance policy is the college's policy. So since this is an online course, I wanted to put a little bit extra on here. This is an online course and students must register for my math lab, complete the first 2 weeks of assignments by January 21st. So that was the date I was thinking about earlier that I needed to correct. Those who do not will be administratively withdrawn. Online attendance is recorded by the student logging into and working within the Blackboard or my Math Lab sites 4 or more times each week to complete the assignments that are located there. College closing, because of the fact this is an online course, you can continue working even if the college is closed. If there are widespread power outages, such as during Hurricane Sandy, I will give extensions on the homework that is due because that affects people being able to use their computers. Emergency procedures apply to on-campus classes, as does the electronic food classroom policy. I do follow Germana's academic honesty policy. Make sure you read through that. Disability information. If you're a student with a disability and you need accommodations, make sure you contact the disability services counselor and get your form filled out. And then they'll give you a letter to bring to me. There are a variety of services that are available to all students. There's tutoring available. So if you need tutoring, you can read through that. We have a link to it. The Academic Computing Center is where you will go if your computer breaks down, so you can use those. Testing is where you'll take your 2 exams that are proctored. And here are the other etiquette rules. I'll let you read through those. So one thing I want, please make sure that you always fill in the subject with a concise statement. A lot of people use a reply to and they don't change what the subject field is, and then they get angry because I don't respond to the email. You need to change the subject to whatever the email is about. Next, you have the grading policy. I use the 10-point scale. Labs count 15%, homework 20, quizzes 20, and exams 45. Notice I'm using a weighted scale, so you can't add up points in this case. Okay, I'm out of time on this recording, so I'm going to talk about the assignments in the next recording.